Yo, Hades here. Welcome to another movie review. Obviously, the thumbnail title, it's Supergirl. Um, I'll get this out of the way. It's a 5 out of 10 movie. Like, straight up, it's completely mid, like the definition of mid, and it's boring. Fuck this room. What the hell is this? Yeah, no, it's completely and utterly boring. Oh, shit, that's a. Yeah, yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it personally. I'm gonna turn the game volume down just a little bit. Yeah, I didn't like it. I I I tried. Yeah, I really did because I really wanted to like the movie. I think it what's there's a really wow there's a word I want to use for the movie, but I don't know if that's the right word, so I'm not gonna actually use it. But like I think the best way I could describe it is like a slightly better Thor: The Dark World, at least in quality of movie. Like I don't think it's hard to explain because like obviously I literally just got out of the movie theater. Like that's like I'm not gonna. This isn't like as this isn't obviously this is not gonna be an hour-long video because I don't think it was. I don't think it's Flash bad. I don't think it's that bad. But I would never watch that movie again. Ever. Okay. I think.
Lock up.
Like not. God, it's hard to. Because I don't want to really speak bad about the movies. Like I do think there are worse superhero movies out there, but this was just like abhorrently boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost did walk out of the movie theater. It was near the ending, so it wasn't like not too bad. But there's like one scene when there's one scene where they're talking about like kind of the whole, obviously revenge is bad, blah blah blah, all this bullshit. And I don't know if it was just the acting or just the way or just how it was delivered, but it was like it was bad, like abhorrent. It was pretty bad to a higher degree, and I was just like, dude, this is okay. It's like this can't be real. Yeah, I was like, this can't be reality because like, what the hell is this? Because I mean, like if I were, my issue, like with this movie, I gotta point this out is I'm obviously, I've done more DC reviews than I've done Marvel reviews. Not to say that, I'm more critical. I don't know. No, I am more critical of DC because I really do like DC and Marvel. Dude, if I had to do a movie review for all of their good and/or shitty projects, like the last couple years would probably have me fucking. You would have a lot more movie reviews. Do not talk to me about Doctor Strange or Thor: Love and Thunder or Captain America 4. Don't be talking to me about these movies because like some of those were complete dog shit. But that's not the point. DC. It's because it's been 10 years. Of like to a degree mostly disappointment with like obviously the Suicide Squad, Batman vs Superman, Wonder Woman 84, The Flash, obviously, did a movie review of that, Aquaman 2, and it's like, DC, not to say DC's like in a shitty place or like that this will break DC because, I still believe that, I still think there's hope for the DC, but like I'm just slightly worried because this is the first project in the new DCU that wasn't supervised or like written or directed by James Gunn, and I think that was why I think Supergirl was so important to DC's future, because it really shows like, hey, how's the quality of movies going to be if when Mr. Gunn isn't in charge of it. And not a good fucking start, I'm not gonna lie to you. And obviously, James Gunn will, obviously he's going to hype up any project because he's the head of DC, and that's completely fair, and I don't blame him. But at the same time, there was a statement that he said, "Oh, I'm not gonna put out any projects that don't have like a good script," and I don't believe that anymore. It's just after watching this movie, because I think like how it is, like, and this is obviously just no truth to this. This is just purely how speculation on my part. Like, I don't think he actually gives a shit to a degree about other projects. He'll put a stamp of approval on it and stuff like that, but like he doesn't, whether they're actually good or bad, I really don't think he cares. At least that's how that felt like, because like you watch that, you watch Superman, and then you watch Supergirl in comparison, and it's strange because there's such a lack of quality, color, and you could be like, oh, it's supposed to be a grittier superhero movie, and it's really not. Like I think a grittier superhero movie is something more, along the lines of, and I hate to even bring up this movie, but Man of Steel. Trust me, I don't like the Zack Snyder movies any more than any other. No, actually, I just don't like the Zack Snyder movies. Man of Steel, I can give like some slight to, but like, as an overall, I don't like it that much. But that's an entirely separate conversation that I don't need to have. That's not important to this right now. Or like it really doesn't fit like how DC has been going, because DC has been so colorful is the word, and everything. This just felt like it felt like it had like the color grading of Civil War, or just a lot of the Russo brother movies. That is slander, but oh, what the fuck? And that's just more of a thing of just like, they really don't like color. But that's, that's, like I said, other rant for another day. But like, really though, like this, it felt bland, like imagine you're getting ice cream and they give you, what the fuck? I haven't done that. You're getting ice cream at a shop and they give you mystery gray, or like slightly unsweetened caramel, whatever you want, caramel, whatever you want to call it. And like, you might be thinking, that's a little absurd, don't you think, or exaggeration? No, not really, because it's like a lot of the movie is very brown. I know that sounds weird to say, but like, just the colors of it just felt like that. And like it, like I could understand. Did you take money from me, you bastard? And like, I would expect a slightly darker movie from like. No, because I just don't. Even like that whole notion doesn't work, because like you look at a movie like The Batman, and while that's a grittier movie, at the same time, it still had actual color to it. So like that doesn't even work for that. Like, or I mean, you could say, and yes, you could murder me online later, I don't care. But like, you look at Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises, or hell, The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Rises. Actually, I'm not gonna. I'll give Batman Begins, even though it's a very forgettable movie. credit to itself, but it just, yeah, no, like it feels like those, and you're like going, well, what's wrong with those movies? Those are bland fucking movies, man. Like, I don't know what the fuck Christopher Nolan was smoking doing those, but like they are very, very bland movies. Well, we're gonna go for Polaroid, so we'll go Angel. Yeah, it's. Oh wow, HP did not change. Yeah, so it's like, and then some of the CGI was also pretty bad at times. Like, it felt, damn it, it felt like Black Adam. Like sometimes, wow, that was fast. At times with like, with how the CGI was for that, or actually, you know what? We'll actually just do this now, just to preserve my Angel chance. Yeah, it felt like Black Adam. Not. I just think it had. Yeah, no, I'd say it's comparable to Black Adam. Huh. But somehow worse. From just at least the costume narrative or just design narrative, because you know, say what you want about. Okay, this is bad. Say what you want about Black Adam, and you know it's probably a fair criticism, honestly. On but like, okay, game. Okay, game. But like the costume design was actually like solid for that movie. So like, you know, I can't hate on that. I can hate on a lot of other stuff, but not. I will give the costume design for Black Adam, you know, I can give that a fair rating because those were cool, especially like Dr. Fate, Hawkman, the Superman suit at the end, even though that was a completely fucking worthless cameo. It is what it is, because you know The Rock's ego is way bigger than his acting skills. Yeah, yeah, but anyways, quality-wise, it felt like Black Adam, like just story and everything. Obviously, I'm trying not to be that spoilery, because you know the movie technically isn't even out yet. As I'm releasing this fucking today. I don't give a shit, you know. Cause like I feel like I don't know, cause like it was such a good streak of movies or whatever, you know, at least that I've been on lately. Like obviously, you know, at least for me, you know, obviously, you know, it's me personally, you know, obviously I think, you know, some people didn't like Disclosure Day. I'm fine with Disclosure Day. It's cool. Like Master of the Universe, I enjoyed that a lot. Master of the Universe was cool. I loved the Furious. Furious was incredible. I don't know. It's just, like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, at this point, I'm gonna be forced to watch the fucking Minions next week, and to see if, like, because somehow the Minions honestly, they haven't let me down, and that's a horrible sentence to even admit to, but, like, that's kind of where we're at right now, and that's horrible to think about. Like, it's like, yeah, man, I got the next movie I'm looking forward to is the goddamn fucking Minions. You know, like, what is reality at this point? But anyway, staying on focus of the actual movie that I saw, Supergirl. Yeah, no. Imagine, like it's like the CGI quality of sometimes like fucking Black Widow. But like, you know, some of the action scenes were cool. Like, you know, some of the, you know, Superman choreography, at least. But also just like you watch it and you're scratching your head. Like, yeah, like, you know, there's I know there's thousands of speed gifts, but the one where he's just kind of just looking at his hands or whatever, like I think it's like how many fingers does the human hand have, and he's just dumbfounded looking at his hand like a complete idiot or something. Like that's how I felt like sometimes, like watching the movie. It's just like, son of a bitch. It's just watching the movie because it's just like, oh shit, probably have regeneration. Like it's just like, and I'm trying really hard to just not say like this is a bad movie, because like I think like if someone enjoyed the movie, I would not. I think there are enjoyable parts of the movie. Like I think Lobo, Jason Momoa, yeah, he should. That man was born to play Lobo. I'll be completely honest. Aquaman, he never played Aquaman. He's only been Lobo. This is actually his first time playing a comic character. Um, yeah, no, like that's how great he was. And even David Cornsweet or whatever, and as Superman, that's just Superman. Like every time he showed up, like literally, I'm just in my head, I'm like, wow, that's Superman, like just straight up. Like, okay, that's horrible. That's not, yeah. Yeah, like literally, that's Superman through and through. I right now, it's crazy how James Gunn just actually found Superman. No, I could have, yeah. And I know there's still some people who are like, oh, I miss, Henry Cavill, and that's a completely fine and fair thing, or whatever. Hell, that's annoying. But and I get that sentiment. Unfortunately, his time as Superman is up. It wasn't his fault, but it is what it is. It's just Hollywood. But yeah, no, David Cornsweet, that man's literally just Superman, just through and through. Okay. This is the worst game ever. But yeah, no, literally just it's like, if someone's like, oh, it's like, oh, what do you see when you see Superman? Think of Superman. I like literally just him appearing. Anytime he was on screen, like I think he made the movie just better outright. Okay, well, fuck you, game. Yeah, he just outright made the movie better, just with his presence. It's same thing with Lobo, because they felt like actual comic book characters compared to just, kind of just, and it's weird to say, like the generic generic shit, like that something. Oh, fuck off, game. Than just a generic. Oh yeah, we, here's someone that's, and not. This is no shade to Millie Attic, I think her name is. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm unfortunately not good with this. Oh, I'm gonna die in this room actually. Yeah, no offense to her, because I think she could be good, maybe, but like I didn't feel it. I did not watch her performance and be like, yeah, that's Supergirl, or like, felt like I didn't feel like she felt like a definitive like version. That's not the right word, but like, this is just me just being a super nerd at this point. Like she didn't feel like the character to like a comic character, just kind of like the status quo of trying to make someone the character. I know none of this of what I'm saying actually makes sense. Yeah, tears. None of it actually makes sense what I'm saying. I'm fully aware of that. It's just like, but it's hard to explain. Like, it's like I said, she just doesn't feel like a comic character, I guess. I think that's the most appropriate way I can describe it. Like she just doesn't. Not that I think she's a bad actress or anything like that. She's just, you know, it's just I just didn't feel it, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I even didn't realize what kind of it was. But like, and also her companion, the girl, absolute horrible character. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, uh, didn't. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Okay. Uh, yeah, I not a good. I didn't care for her one bit. I felt like if she was gone from the movie, I think the movie just outright would have been better. Not nothing shade to her, but just her character just didn't belong. It's such a strange. I know it's such a strange phenomenon because like I'm trying not to be pessimistic or slanderous. I know. It's like really after everything. Well, there wasn't a serum there. After everything I've said, it's like you kind of being a little harsh, don't you think, Hades? Like, yeah, to a degree, but like, I think, that's just a straight up everything buff. That's fine. I wonder what happens if I do fight you if you aren't fightable. You are not fightable. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't moved. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I think I'm not gonna say DC is now in a bad place because of this, because there are still projects I'm excited for. Obviously, still projects I'm still excited for, but just like, really, it's not a promising direction, I guess, is what I mean to say. So like, I'm not gonna say the gun is jammed yet, but like, the gun might have misfired just a little bit. But like I said, I don't want to make this a full hour-long review, and a lot of this is just kind of me just rambling, saying the same thing repeatedly, which I don't mean to. It's just like it's hard to talk about a movie when it technically isn't even out yet. I try not to be spoilery, but like, yeah, no, maybe I'm just a hater, and which I don't think that in this case, just because I really wanted to like this movie. I really did. I was really, it was like, okay, cool. We get Supergirl, who's, to my knowledge, not had a movie. Maybe had a movie like 20 or 30 years ago, maybe. So like, not really a predominant character in DC, honestly. You can argue that with someone else. And seeing Lobo in live action, and then getting to see David Cornsweet as Superman again. Just there's a lot of things that I was looking forward to. And like I said, obviously this was the first DC project that wasn't written or directed by James Gunn, or supervised. Yeah, he'll give, like I said, stamp of approval. He did the same shit with the Flash. You look at it. That's why I'm just like, I don't really know if he's actually looking at this shit, or if he's just like, or if he's really just trying to get stuff out there so that, Michael, or if he's just trying to get stuff out there to like, I don't know, maybe either, I don't know. I'm not gonna try to, I don't want to, try to guess what he's thinking, but it's all just very fucking weird right now. So, I don't know. Either way, I'm getting this here because, like I said, I don't want this to be. I don't need this to be an hour. I could make this an hour-long review, but this is going to turn to a DC rant. But that's not going to happen. So I'm getting this one here for now. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you for the next one. Which, who knows? It could be fucking Spider-Man. No. I guess the next movie I see as the Minions, maybe. I no promises, but like I'm not making a fucking movie review unless it's literally just a 10 out of 10, which I'll probably blow my shit smooth off in later, but who knows? But or the Odyssey, probably it'll most likely probably be the Odyssey. We'll see. But anyways, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.